Big, huge news. The sheriff putting out a statement today. Very strident statement, clearing all of the Guthrie family, the kids and their spouses. Very important. Let me read the comment of the statement word for word. It is a statement from Sheriff Chris Nanos on the Nancy Guthrie investigation. Quote, to be clear, the Guthrie family, to include all siblings and spouses, has been cleared as possible suspects in this case. The family has been nothing but cooperative and gracious and are victims in this case. To suggest otherwise is not only wrong, it is cruel. The Guthrie family are victims, plain and simple. Please, I'm begging you, the media, to honor your profession and report with some sense of compassion and professionalism. Interestingly, NBC had two sources last night that said that authorities are leaning away from their original suspects in this case. Well, in order to lean away, you would have had to have leaned in. And I think it's interesting that the sheriff uses this language when, in fact, it was the sheriff's department and the FBI that towed Annie's car on day 2 or 3. I got the news on day 3, on Tuesday, after the Sunday disappearance, under a warrant and had it processed. And then also stopped the search on day 2 and returned the scene. Said the scene is done 30 hours after the disappearance. All of that seemed very odd. And then to see all of the activity over at Annie's house, taking her mail, searching inside, searching around the property, searching the neighbors, all of these things, it stands to reason, as most law enforcement experts will tell you, people who've been in law enforcement, that that is the first place you search. Is it the last? And should you lock in on it? That is the question. So my source told me that they had locked in, that he may be the prime suspect on day 3. What has changed? I said in my first podcast, they always reserve the right to change their minds, and often do. They did with John Benet Ramsey's dad, John. They did with Ed Smart, Elizabeth Smart's father. They can always change their mind, and should, if the investigation takes them that way. So this could be very, very good that they're actually doing the right work. But why lock in so early? Because again, my source is airtight about that information on that Tuesday. They had locked in on one person in the Guthrie family. Why did they do that? And also, not going to lie, law enforcement has taken it on the chin for the last 5 years. Many folks in law enforcement have said, I'm out. Fuck this. We've been treated like garbage. And many very, very skilled and talented and experienced professionals have left the force, which then is backfilled by newer people less experienced, fewer hours on the job, maybe not the instincts, may have come into a situation early and made some assumptions. But again, from day one, I always said, this is where they're focused now, and they absolutely could change. And now it looks like they have. Although there are several people saying that federal authorities are not parroting that same reporting. They are not clearing the same way that the sheriff is.